The killing of a teen and the injuring of another man on 3rd Street in Trenchtown, St. Andrew last evening has sparked calls by the councillor for the area for tough measures from the security forces. Our reporter Kirk Wright was in the area and filed this report.
The teen, Damoya Hall, was seen as a promising young woman who wanted to become a fashion designer and was well on her way to fulfilling that dream. But that dream died Sunday night when her family got the news that she had passed in the hospital. Earlier, Damoya was at her grandmother's yard washing dishes. Now, here's where 16-year-old Damoya Hall was when she was shot yesterday. About 6 p.m., gunmen entered her yard, started firing. She was shot in the head. And now that she has passed, the entire community is infuriated. The teen passed while being treated in hospital. At daybreak, her family and concerned residents came out to vent.
We're tired. We're tired.
The sad news had the teen's mother stunned for hours. She was closely watched by relatives who themselves were still in shock. They say the teen was shot in open view of many people by someone she knew very well. To back up their story, the residents showed us a picture with the teen and the accused, which was taken a year ago at her birthday party. The police have since listed 3 people as persons of interest in relation to the deadly shooting. They are Kima Roach, Kima Tingle, otherwise called Not Nice, and a man known only as CJ. The mother of Kino Tingle, or Not Nice, has since come out in his defense.
To the distance where the little girl dead, my son can't go up there, so if him go up there, so him can't come back alive. Me I tell you the honest truth.
The Member of Parliament, Mark Golding, acknowledges the police presence in the community, but says,
despite the posting of police at the end of the road and some barriers and what have you, there's no real effective policing taking place. But I think they have to have a strong presence on the ground. It can't just be that they're stationed at one point and don't patrol. There must be a strong presence of police on the ground and, well, security generally, police and soldiers. And the persons who they know are the violence producers, they need to find a way of getting those persons off the street.
His councillor, Neville Wright, is preaching the same message, but was a little more direct. Mr. Wright says, while he wants justice for all, the situation in Trenchtown now requires harsh measures, even if it means temporary suspension of certain rights.
Once you have a weapon on you, that's it. If you have it, you have an intention to do something, right?
Shoot them.
If you have it, once you find you with it, that's it.
He says the human rights group need to understand the reality of the people who are exposed to violence daily.
It will be good for the human rights people who are heading to come live on 3rd Street and face reality.
And shortly before midday, in the middle of the grief, we heard explosions followed by the news that a man was shot on 4th Street. The residents have accused the police of doing that shooting. But at the time we spoke to the police on the scene, they say it was too early to state how the man was shot. Kirk Wright, TVJ News.